Alright then, YouTube. REE to the dash ZON coming back at you once again with part 2 of just my thoughts, man. So, like I said in the last video, Nintendo delays Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze till February 2014, essentially just completely taking it out of the equation for this holiday season. And then here's my other problem with Nintendo lately, is that they think that they can appease the Nintendo fans such as myself by giving us, you know, like, we're going to cancel one of the big time games you were looking forward to that's coming out in just a couple months till February, you know, fucking 4 or 5 months from now, next year, knock it completely out of this year, forget about it. But we're going to show you that Sonic is coming back in Smash Brothers for the Wii U. A couple of problems with this. Number one, everybody knew Sonic was coming back. Everybody wanted him back. And Nintendo had listened to everybody when it came to Mega Man. What makes you think they were going to bring Sonic? That's number one. Number two, you're giving me, you know, like a little appeasement announcement to satisfy my rage about this Donkey Kong Country delay for a game that's coming out next year when you delayed Donkey Kong Country 2. Now, we already knew it was coming next year. This does nothing for us, Nintendo. It does nothing for us. You know, like I said in the last video, man, it's getting to the point where, like I had told you before, that I was going to get a PS4. I was going to get a PS4, and I was going to be my secondary console, just like last generation was Wii first, PS3 second. Well, I'm getting the Sony console again this year. Those are going to be my two consoles this generation. But the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm realizing that it's going to be my PS4 is going to be my primary console, and the Wii U is going to be my secondary console. And that's a sad statement coming from me, as much as I love Nintendo, because it's coming to the point where I'm only going to be interested in the Wii U because of its first-party amazing content, which that will never change, and its exclusive third-party content, like Wonderful 101, like Sonic Lost World, like Bayonetta 2, like X. Other than that, every single third-party or sports game I'm going to be getting on the PS4. Why? Because of the examples I gave you in the last video. Batman Arkham Origins coming out across all platforms, but guess what? The Wii U one is lacking multiplayer. GTA 5. Wii U more than capable of handling that game, and with the gamepad controller, this shit would have been epic. Completely skips the console. NBA 2K14, the king of sports games right now, and the best basketball game, and I'm a diehard basketball fan, and guess what? 2K13 was made, rush port for the Wii U, still was a good version, but it was a rush port. They didn't come out and even try to make a 2K14 for the Wii U. Star Wars games, I fucking hate EA, and I still think that I will not buy their Star Wars games unless their fucking attitude changes, but I love Star Wars, and the Star Wars games. And if I want them, they're not happening on the Wii U. All this could possibly change later on if the Wii U picks up in sales, but you know what? I'm still terrified, because if the Wii U picks up in sales and becomes the dominant force that I believe it can become, like its predecessor, the Wii, I believe third party is still going to do the same shit they did last generation, which is give us watered down ports, and just to cash in on the Wii U pie, because that's what they do with Nintendo. It didn't matter that the Wii was dominating sales damn near 10-1 at one point against PS3 and Xbox 360 throughout the beginning of that generation. People still play Call of Duty on the Xbox 360 and PS3. People still played sports games and all sorts of multiplayer games on the PS3 and 360. And now you say, well, the Wii U's got the Nintendo Network, which is great. It is. It's awesome. And it's the only free-to-play online service, which is mad props to Nintendo. But you know what? The perception of Nintendo is the reality Nintendo has to deal with. And that's that no matter what you've done, you're not in the league of Sony and Microsoft when it comes to online play, when it comes to multi-platform games. And a lot of that is true. As much as I love Nintendo, the Nintendo Network is great. Miiverse is fucking amazing. But it's like they're just getting their feet wet with this social gaming thing and this online infrastructure, whereas Microsoft 360 has had Microsoft Live up and running for fucking 10 years, and the shit is amazing. Where PlayStation Network started off as crap, but because the perception of PlayStation wasn't a kiddie console but a hardcore console, people contributed and it grew, and PlayStation Network now is off the chain. That's not the case for Nintendo. The perception just doesn't change for Nintendo, and it's because of, like what I said in my other videos before, there is this anti-Nintendo lean or agenda throughout the industry where major websites and big-time game publishers and fanboys across the world continue to dub Nintendo that reputation, even though they don't fully deserve it. And the perception is reality. It's pissing me off, but I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it because, dude, right now, let's say I was gonna wait a year or so until after the PlayStation 4 to get it. But now, seeing things the way I'm seeing them for Nintendo, I think I might ask for a PlayStation 4 for Christmas. I'm thinking I might just tell my wife and my mom, yo, it's $400. Y'all get together, get your money together, babe, what money you were going to spend on me, get out my mom, and whatever money she was going to spend on me, put it together, get me a PS4. And I might have a Christmas. Because you know what? I'm looking at the third-party lineup. Assassin's Creed 4, I will get on the Wii U. Watch Dogs, I will get on the Wii U. I was going to get Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U. And I probably still will because that comes out in November. And I might not wait till Christmas for that. But if I happen to wait till Christmas for that, I'm going to get it on the PS4. Why? Because it's going to sell more and I'm going to have more people to play with online. One of the game's biggest, if not biggest feature has always been online and multiplayer. That's the kind of game that is. And on Nintendo Network, though it's fully capable and functional, I'm not going to have the choices of people to play with that I would on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. That's the sad reality. You know what I'm saying? So aside from Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed 4, I'm going to get NBA 2K14 on the PS4. I'm going to get Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3 or PS4. I'm going to get, Destiny or whatever it is, if I happen to go that route, on the PS4. All the third parties I'm basically going to get on the PS4 unless I see, and this is a very big if and a rare if, if the developer making this third party on the Wii U version shows me their effort to use that gamepad and innovate and make it the definitive version. Because it can be. That gamepad is the end-all be-all difference between these three consoles and can be utilized, if in the right hands, to make a gaming experience unlike any other. Zombie U is proof of that. But developers don't do that. Developers are lazy. Developers have their own agenda. And because the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are so similar and going to be damn near identical to program and code for, and the Wii U is the odd man out because Nintendo chose to be innovative and unique, which I applaud, but still makes it difficult for the developer to make games from, it's going to be easy to make a Put it this way. Every non-Nintendo game, every third-party big-time game that you hear announced, be honest with yourself, Nintendo owners, because I'm honest with myself. I always ask myself this question. When I hear of an Assassin's Creed or a Splinter Cell or some shit like that, I always come to myself and say, damn, I hope this comes to the Wii U. Whereas if I was a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One owner, that question will never fucking enter my mind. Because every third-party game, unless it's an exclusive to Nintendo that gets announced, or a third-party exclusive or a Nintendo House exclusive that gets announced, will always come to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Will always go to Sony and Microsoft, and Nintendo is the only question mark. It is what it is. And I said this before, you pick a Nintendo console, you're going to miss out on a lot of third-party games. But you're going to get a lot of great games. Nintendo exclusives that are well worth the purchase of the console. I still believe that. I'm still going to have my Wii U there, and I'm still going to enjoy the shit out of it and support it, but mainly with the House of Nintendo games. The Zeldas, the Marios, or the third-party exclusives that show me that they're going all in on this version because it's the only version, like X or Bayonetta 2, Wonderful 101. Other than that, man, I'm not looking at the Wii U to buy anything, bro. Really. And that's a sad commentary, considering how supportive I've been of this console. Nintendo, there is nothing wrong with your innovation and your creativity and your uniqueness. What is wrong, though, is that a lot of the times, this is one of those times, you allow that to be, I don't want to say the driving force because it should be the driving force, but you allow that to be the main denominator. Like that's the wrong wording. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to say because that's what I want them to do. But they only consider that. They consider, how can we make something brand new, innovative, and fresh, which I want you to do, but never consider and make it feel familiar and still in some ways traditional, so that hardcore gamers, quote unquote hardcore gamers, will get behind us again. So that third parties will develop for us again. You know, I love the Wii U gamepad. Have no problems with it. And there is a Wii U Controller Pro. But what would have been a better move for Nintendo had they packed in the Wii U Controller Pro with the console itself. So people would have seen that controller along with the gamepad and not thought that the gamepad was just a handheld system or an accessory for the original Wii. You know, and then it's like, I love Nintendo and I love their gung-ho attitude and like, yo, this is the way we do shit and this is what's made us successful. Yes, but you got to change somewhat. Not all the way, but you got to change a little bit with the times. And people want a fully functional online interface. All right, you're giving us that now. People want a familiar feeling game system that offers new, innovative, amazing experiences we've never had before, but still feels familiar. The Wii U does not feel familiar. It doesn't. You know, people want you to go all out on your titles. Like, I have no problem with Super Mario 3D World. I love it. I'm definitely getting that shit. It looks amazing. Especially after the trailer I saw yesterday on the Nintendo Direct. It looks amazing. But what people wanted was Mario Galaxy 3. Something huge. Okay? People want Metroid. But you don't give it to us. People want Star Fox. But you don't give it to us. People don't want Wii Party U. That worked last generation. That's not going to work this generation. People want games that are visually stunning but innovative and intuitive in the way they control and the experience that you can have. Nintendo's got that second part on lock. The first part, the visuals, they've gotten a lot better. They're really good now with the Wii U. I love them, but you know, it's not significant, but the Xbox One and the PS4 will look better. And they'll have the support of millions and millions of more people and more bolstered online services and online communities. Basically, what I'm saying, man, is that I'm not one of those Nintendo fans that is all gung-ho and is out here boom boom preaching Nintendo, and then when they do bad, I disappear from YouTube. That's not me. I'll be here. I'll be front and center. And if I got to take some lumps, I'll take my lumps. You know what I'm saying? But it's still my favorite company. It always will be. Their first-party titles cannot be fucked with. And I'll always buy their consoles just for that. But now it's getting to the point where I'm starting to see they may not be my primary console anymore. They might be my Nintendo console that I have for those awesome Nintendo games and pretty much nothing else. Those awesome Nintendo games and those great third-party exclusives. That's it. But on the PS4, I'll have Sony's exclusives, which are not as good as Nintendo's, but they're still decent. I'll have all my sports games. I'll have all my, Star Wars games. I'll have all those big-time multi-plat third-party games that I'm interested in that don't come to the Wii U. You know, I'll have my Grand Theft Auto. I'll have my Crysis and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how times are changing. And I hate to say it, but that's what it's looking like, man. I'm going to always support Nintendo, and I'm going to be here. And I'm not going to speak ill of them, but I'm just being real. I think this generation started off with so much promise for them, and they had like I said, going into this holiday season, they had the potential of being in the most advantageous position with their fall lineup and holiday lineup and their price cut and all that. And I thought they had the potential to stomp a mud hole in both these two new launching consoles. But yeah, now when you delay Donkey Kong Country Chopper with Breeze, and I look back over the course of your actions since launch, it's been delay after delay after delay after failed promise after failed promise. No sales. Third-party snubs. It's not looking good. So, there you have it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed these last two videos. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Let me know what you think, man. Let's see, man. You never know. It might turn around. Sales might pick up. And boom. They might be on top. But until then, what I really want to see is I want to see the perception change. Because I want to see mad people on Nintendo Network playing games. And I just don't think that's going to happen. At least that last part. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace out, y'all. Later.